we're kind of basically talking shop a little bit, and I was to say, most people have no idea what the developer actually does.
There's so much to unpack there. And just to kind of lay a foundation, something we were talking about before the show was real estate development is a very encompassing term. I think a lot of people look at it in different ways, and there's kind of different ways to define it. What's your definition of real estate development, and how do you look at it? How would you explain it to them?
That's actually a great question, because I was talking with someone I'm working on a partnership with, who's also a developer. We're kind of basically talking shop a little bit, and I was to say, most people have no idea what the developer actually does. Like, how would you actually know what it sounds? I mean, in one sense, you're like, okay, you build stuff, right? But what does that actually mean from the mechanics of it, the nuts and bolts aspect of the process of doing it? I think beyond that, most people wouldn't be able to tell you, right? What does that really mean, right? So just, to break it down, I don't have the 5-point list, but I'll break it down for you, right? So, you're going to start with sourcing development sites, right? So and that involves a lot of investigation, right? Particularly since I'm working here in New York City. Every site that I will look at has various different opportunities in terms of what could be built, right? You need to understand where you're working and what you could actually build, whether it's on a vacant piece of land or a parcel in a city, and that's going to be affected by local zoning and then codes. So you need to have an understanding of what those are. No one's going to know them all. So you need to understand that how can you figure out what you need to know, so you don't end up in a negative position. If we discuss, because I have examples of big negative positions that people have run into, and there are numerous negative positions that can result from not understanding what to do up front. So that's one thing that you're going to do.